Welcome to the Campus Edge, a production of Butler Community College.
Produced by students and for everyone, students included.
And you might be thinking, that's not the studio. And you would be right.
Today's show is on the road at Grizzly Bowl. Last time on the Campus Edge, we showed you anything and everything food related.
And to start off today, we will be doing a bit of the same.
El Dorado has recently become home to yet another fast food chain, Taco John's.
I love Taco John's. The food is great there and the employees are just awesome.
Let me show you what I came up with for Taco John's.
At Taco John's, since I'm in training to be a shift lead, I work on the line, which is where you make food. So I'm in training learning how to do that and learning how to prep the food, like how to make the meat, how to make the chicken and everything like that. And then I also work up front on front counter, so I take your order, I'll bring out your food to you, I'll do with like customer service if there's any complaints or anyone wants to just be like, yeah, you guys are doing a great job. And then occasionally I also work in drive-through either on headset or taking cash. The most ordered item is probably like the crispy taco or the soft tacos, because we have like Taco Tuesday where the crispy tacos are $1. So people definitely come in and buy those a lot. But then, you know, everyone loves the classic crispy taco, so that's kind of like their safe thing. And then second most ordered would probably be the stuffed grilled taco, because it's good. That's my favorite item on the menu, to be honest.
Yeah, I work in the kitchen. Eventually, I hope to be trained on front counter and everywhere else so I can be a manager, but, you know, just right now I'm just making food, prepping food, getting it out. My favorite item on the menu. If I had to pick one, it'd probably be a super burrito, just because it has most of what I like on it already. A super burrito comes with an ounce of meat, an ounce and a half of beans, and then it comes with cheddar cheese, mild sauce, onions, and then it gets lettuce, tomato, black olives, and sour cream.
At Taco John's, we have a buddy system. Basically, nobody goes out to their car alone. Nobody leaves the store alone at night, especially if they feel unsafe or uncomfortable. That way, no one is ever in a position that they feel uncomfortable or that they might get, you know, like anything would happen to them.
As always, you did a great job, G.
Thank you, but doing this work is never easy.
Speaking of difficult things to do, our next story is all about one of the hardest aspects of college.
That's right, a lot of our friends have to balance their schooling with work so they can afford to go to college.
Reporter Austin Ashcraft asked a few students with jobs how they manage the stress of both work and school.
Being a college student is not the easiest thing. There's a lot of firsts for everyone. The first time living on their own, the first time having to get their own groceries, and for some people, the first time having a job. So I decided to ask some students who have jobs some advice for anyone who's just starting out in their fields.
I work at multiple places. During the week, right after school, I work at a marketing company where I do social media work and all sorts of different things for them. And then on the weekends, I work at KNSS Radio as an on-air news anchor. I work while also being a student to pay for my bills, essentially. I moved away from my hometown, which is actually 2.5 hours east of here, Independence, Kansas. And I moved up here with my girlfriend. She's going to WSU for physical therapy, and she also has a job, basically to pay for her half of the bills and also my job to pay the other half. It is very difficult to balance work and school, especially because the marketing firm is really nice and works very well with my schedule, but then if I need to do any extracurricular things for the radio station here, the TV station, it's really hard to separate myself from work to come here.
I work because I need the money to pay rent and just need money in general, because, you know, being a student is a lot more than just learning how to do stuff and learning different things. It's about getting responsibilities and other stuff like that. But I mean, I guess a job is doubling that, so. That all depends when you actual work. First semester, I was doing 4 p.m. to 11 p.m.s and then waking up the next morning to go to an 8 o'clock class. And that was probably not a good idea. But now that I work in the mornings and then I have classes in the afternoon, it's a little better, but I'm just exhausted all the time.
I work at the YMCA here in town as a lifeguard. I work part-time, so I only work 2 to maybe 3 days a week, and I kind of schedule it around my classes and extracurricular activities. But for somebody who works more, I would assume that it would be pretty hard to manage all of their time. It's nice to just have some extra spending money, and also you got to put gas in your car if you want to drive around, so just to kind of help pay the bills.
I would say the number one tip I would give is to find a job that is super flexible with your schedule. College is always changing. Each semester you might have a different workload with a different schedule. Just find a job that can be malleable with you as you go through your college career.
Get a planner and plan out what you're going to do and what days you're going to do homework and not do what I did and just kind of play around with it and do whatever you want. It's not a good idea.
School always comes first. You don't always need money. You can kind of cut back on other things, but always make sure that school comes first because that's what we're here to do.
If you're a student with a job, I hope some of this information was helpful to you and you can get along a lot easier in life. I've been Austin Ashcraft with Campus Edge.
We have more great stories right after these important messages. From the benefits of having plans to computer recommendations, the tradition continues right here on the Campus Edge.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh. It only takes a moment to make a moment. Cheers. Take time to be a dad today.
Jeff Foxworthy here. You know, if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, thing is, there's a lot more to say. Like if you've ever found yourself burning yard debris and then walking away, well, you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
We've been talking about a lot of work this episode, and we all know what work brings with it. Stress.
Work isn't the only thing that brings stress, Bailey. We're college students after all.
Oh, don't worry. I have that all under control.
And how do you have this under control?
One word. Plants.
I'm still confused.
I'm Campus Edge reporter Bayley Rogers, here to talk about my favorite thing in the world, plants. Plants are great. I have over 50 in my dorm right now. Not only do they look nice, but they significantly increase the air quality of the room. You may be thinking, I have no time to take care of a plant. You do. Trust me, you do. Some plants you only have to water once a month. Let's talk to the one person I know that knows tons of stuff about dorm plants. It was me, Campus Edge reporter Bayley Rogers. I know the most about dorm plants. Some great plants to have in your dorm room or apartment would be succulents. Succulents are great because, like me, they thrive off of neglect. They love full sun and only need to be watered like once or twice a month. Just put it on your windowsill and it will thrive. Snake plants are great for dorms because they can thrive in low light. They have minimal water needs and only need to be watered every 2 weeks. Lucky bamboo can also take low light to medium light, and they can grow with their roots in water, meaning you don't need to water it. Pothos can also thrive in low light and can actually show you when they need water. When they're thirsty, they'll droop and look like they're dying. Just give them some water and in less than 24 hours, your pothos will look happy and perky. So don't spend your money on dumb things. Go out and get a plant. You can get them from Lowe's, Walmart, my personal favorite, Johnson's Garden Center in Wichita, or even here in El Dorado at Prairie Blossom Nursery. So go get a plant. What's stopping you? Here you go. Thanks, Bailey. So like she said, go out and get a plant. I'm Bayley Rogers, Campus Edge reporter, and this is the Campus Edge. Recently, Butler Community College sent a lot of us here at the Campus Edge to the KAB Awards.
At the KAB Awards, Butler students received the most first place awards of any college attending.
We had a ton of fun, and I can't wait to go next year.
Same here, but I still say the best part was the food.
It was pretty good.
Reporter Zeb Campbell talked with Kent Cornish to find out what the KABs were all about.
Hi, my name is Zeb Campbell from BCTV Channel 20 and 88.1 The Grizz KBTL FM. We went up to KU to collect some of awards. Now let's go speak to Kent.
KAB is a trade association that represents radio and television stations throughout the state of Kansas. We do lobbying at both the state level and the federal level. We have legal hotlines that stations can call with questions, FCC type questions, First Amendment type questions. We do a lot of training with an annual convention. We provide free sales training videos, student seminar, we do a sports seminar, we have a job bank. So we really are a resource for radio and television stations and the personnel at those stations to come to with questions and ways to improve what they're doing. So the KAB feels very strongly about young people entering our business, and the way to reach them are things like a student seminar, where there's an opportunity for both high school and college to hear from professionals that are currently in the business. So we started the day with a panel on how do you get into the business, what do you do to prepare. We have a career fair for the college students. A lot of stations are here today to find kids who are interested in possible internships or full-time employment if they're graduating. We'll have roundtable discussions where they can spend 10 minutes and listen to a multimedia journalist, a radio news director, a variety. We have 15 different tables. And then we culminate the day at lunch with the awards ceremony for students who have entered the competition, and some great Butler Community College kids who have won will be awarded, and we think it's really a great day.
A few of our award-winning students include Kyle Phillips for his station promo, Ajay Sanchez for his complete sports feature, me for a DJ personality, Tyler Godwin for his sports play-by-play, Madison Marks for her documentary, me for entertainment programming, and a couple more. But it just goes to show that you have an award-winning group of students here at Butler Community College. From BCTV Channel 20, I'm Zeb Campbell.
In our final story coming up, we'll answer a big question for college students and their families. The tradition continues after this spot break.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be tornado next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
For our last story, we'll be answering a huge question for many college students.
And what question would that be?
It's the question of what computer you should get when enrolling at college.
And with enrollment ramping up, this is a very important question to answer.
It is a little easier to answer than you would think. The hardest part about getting a computer for college is the cost.
I'm excited to see what we came up with for this. I've had some problems with my computer, and I want to see if I made a good choice.
Hi, I'm Campus Edge reporter Kyle Phillips, and a lot of college students have the question during their first semester of what computer they should buy. It's a really big question, and it has a lot of money involved, so we want to make sure people are really informed. So I went ahead and asked 3 different college students, 2 from out of state, to determine what computers people should buy when they're going to college.
So, my name is G. I am a techie at Butler Community College, and I also work at the service desk. Usually people come to us for any kind of general problem they have with their laptops. The ones that would come more often are the ones that use MacBooks or Chromebooks because they're a little bit different than Windows, and that's the computers that we have available for all the students. They're Windows computers. So I use a Dell computer, a Dell laptop, and it is a Windows BIOS, so a Windows computer. I recommend everyone else to buying a Windows computer since it's easier to use, and also we support Windows better than we support MacBooks or Chromebooks. So make sure you ask someone that understands about computers for what kind of computer do you want to buy. Probably a friend or a family member that you have that understands about technology better than you, if you don't understand about it, because there's a lot of different computers and different prices, and depending on what you want to do, it can get a little more pricier or it can get cheaper actually. So yeah, I would ask someone else for help if you can.
My name is Blaze. I'm from South Louisiana. I go to college at LSUE. I went to UL. My recommendation for computers are the cheap ones, the Dells, the HPs, anything with Microsoft. Do not get a Mac. Do not get anything with Linksys. If you want to go overboard, you can get a gaming computer. I have one myself. It's good at multitasking, but you really don't need it. I don't need it for my major. Not until I get to the harder stuff. Because right now my major is only education, but I plan to bump it up to a geology professor or a paleontologist in the future. But once again, just go for your cheaper laptops, Dells, HPs, anything with Microsoft. Please no Macs. No Macs at all.
All right. Well, my name is Kelsey Fitzgerald. I go to Northwestern State University in Louisiana. I use an HP Pavilion for multiple things. For my biology research, because I have to do some papers here and there, and for vet tech assignments, because I am a biology vet tech major. I use it for math. My HP Pavilion 360 can be used as a tablet, and it also has a touchscreen pen that you can use with it. You can draw on it. You can also use some features to tell you how to work a math problem. It's very convenient. It's very fast. I've never had any problems with it, and it's about a year and a half old now. That's really the laptop I recommend because I've never had problems. It's very fast. It gets the work done. It's very useful for when I want to use it as a tablet to do other things. It's very easy to use, and you can learn how to use it fairly quickly.
And that's all I have for today. From BCTV Channel 20, I'm Kyle Phillips.
And that brings an end to our 5th show for Spring 2019.
Looks like we're continuing the tradition of success here on the Campus Edge.
Sadly, we only have one more show left for the semester.
While it is sad, we are going to be finishing the year off with a bang.
Thanks again to Grizzly Bowl for allowing us to use their building for this episode of the Campus Edge.
If you want to see this episode again, tune in weekdays at 11 a.m. or see previous shows at 6:30 p.m. on BCTV Channel 20.
Or you can check them all out on our YouTube channel, Butler Student Media.
This has been
the Campus Edge.